So there is a Terminator anime. It's called Terminator Zero. We've got our first look. It is going to be set in Japan. It is by the same animation studio that has done Ghost in the Shell. We've got some first look images, a little bit of an interview with the individual behind it. Says it's essentially going to go back to its horror roots. It's going to it will not decanonize any of the previous films. There will be subtle references. We are not having any of the Connors, so Sarah and John Connor. We're getting away from them. New characters. Look, the only red flag here is Netflix. But they have made good things in the past. It doesn't mean that there's, all of it's going to be bad. And there's a lot of good things about this. I mean, look, for instance, the animation looks absolutely impeccable. This looks absolutely incredible. Just some of the various screenshots here. Love it. I think this is great. Again, like this is kind of getting back to that old style of animation, which we haven't had for a long time because we've been getting this. I mean, look, this may be computer generated. It may be this weird cell shading type CGI type stuff. Sure, it doesn't look like it though. It looks really good. It looks like it could have been hand drawn, right? It probably isn't, but it looks like it's hand drawn. I think it's amazing. Like that's incredible in terms of how it looks. And there's this one shot. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm a massive fan of Akira. I loved Akira. I think Akira, superb film, brilliant. And this, set in Neo Tokyo, isn't it? So it gives me that sort of vibe again, all of this kind of stuff. I love it. I think this is great. We've got a premiere date as well. I think it's premiering. Where is the premiere date? I don't know, August sometime, something along those lines. This is good. He makes some comments about I've had to sort of figure out, it's entirely set in Japan. So cool, new setting. We've never had a new setting to Terminator as a franchise. He says how he had to figure out, what are people going to use as weapons? Because generally guns aren't easily available in Japan. That's, good observation, I guess. Talks about bringing it right back down to the horror roots, because in the first two, they were very horror, they were very horror themed. I mean, the Terminator himself was a very sort of Freddy, Jason Voorhees type character, just someone who, sort of lurked around corners and would kill you instantly. I love this. What do you guys think?
Looks good. I mean, authentically, it looks like it's authentically drawn, but it could be computer. Regardless, it looks like something that will engage me for the entire run, which is going to be hard to get through, some of this stuff. But it looks great, doesn't it? I mean, I've seen some of the art because I put the stinger together, and I was like, this is amazing stuff. Right? Look at that.
I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
It looks brilliant to me anyway. This looks actually horrible. I've just clocked this actually. This is a factory line of Terminators. One's got a head, the others don't have a head. Yeah, I've only just clocked that. Jesus. Dunce here. I think this is great news. I'm super, super excited. Bo, Terminator fan? Do you care about it?
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah, well, so Terminator 2 came out when I was just about the right age. I think it was a 15. Wasn't it? And I was about 15 or 16 when it came out. Loved it and loved Terminator 1, which came out when I was a small kid and it was an 18 and I wasn't allowed to watch it till I was a bit older. So love Terminator 1, love Terminator 2, love those movies. Absolutely brilliant. Terminator 3, Terminator 4, and I think there's even 2 more Terminator films which I haven't even seen. I haven't even seen. There was one on TV a few weeks ago and I watched about 20 minutes of it. And turned it off. Just that it's just complete crap. Just not interested. But you mentioned Akira. Yes, this looks like Akira, and I love Akira. Akira is my favorite anime film, easily, absolutely hands down. Again, I had that on VHS when I was just about the right age, about 14 or 15 or 16 or something. It's one of the first proper animes I saw in like what was in the mid-90s sort of thing. And I quite like anime. I quite like some of the more famous films You know, I haven't watched every Dragon Ball Z or whatever, but no, Akira is an absolute masterpiece. I've actually watched a few documentaries just about the making of Akira and things, and yeah, the amount of sort of technical detail that went into that. That some people said it's sort of maybe not unsurpassed, but it's up there with one of the greatest pieces of animation. And this is people that know what they're talking about as well. Say Akira is that it's sort of over-engineered in terms of animation is Akira. Anyway, I love it. Again, not going out on a limb there. A lot of people do. This looks a bit like that, doesn't it? It really does. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be good. Depends what the writing is, though, doesn't it? All these things really boil down to, is the writing any good? Because that's the thing about Akira. Yeah. It was a fantastic story, sort of a fantastically complex and interesting story. Combine that with masterful animation, and you've got a great thing. We'll see how good the writing is on this when it comes out.
Nate, do you happen to know who the animation studio is?
Yeah, it's Production IG, the same guys who did Ghost in the Shell.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. So yeah,
Production IG.
Because this looks as good as the stuff that Studio Trigger does, and that's high quality stuff. So
am I getting them muddled up? Is it Production IG that does Ghost in the Shell?
I don't know. I know that
I think it is.
Studio Trigger just does such detailed and solid work. I mean, they did the Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runners anime. So
yeah, I does do the is the studio behind Ghost in the Shell series.
They are, yeah, they are. Yeah, I thought they were. Okay, yeah, sorry.
It's funny too. This is dropping the same day as the Wings of Power.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, we're all gonna have to watch both of them.
Oh, Nate, I think all of a sudden I got a 6-week flu or something.
No, mate, you're watching Lord the Rings of Power. You're watching it. Tom, what do you think of this? Do you care?
I think I will look better than I have in the last few years.
He's not going to be in it.
What?
Yeah, they've already. That's another
overruled.
No, I like that. I think that's a really good idea.
No, without Arnold, it's not the same. Screw this.
Good. It needs to not be the same.
It's not the same. There are 2 Terminator movies. Fight me.
Does this pique your interest, though, Tom? Genuinely or not?
I might watch it.
Okay, fine. So yeah, it piques your interest. Okay, good. Well, I thought this would be some good news to sort of cleanse the palate.
You did.
I'm keen for
this. We missed one of the attached stories to that particular thing we covered just a moment ago, but I'll save it.
We'll talk about that. We're still in
the problem with Terminator is the franchise became self-aware around Terminator 3, and then everything went to hell.
It became parody of itself.
Yes.
At that point. Ridiculous. Well, I think this is good. I'm keen for this. So, yeah, there we go. We've got some super chats actually about this. So, T. Neil super chats and says, where is it? A Terminator plus anime so phonetically. Terminate?
Put the cookie down.
Terminate. I like it. That's good. And then we've got I think that's actually it for that. Yeah, that is for that. Okay, cool.